Hey, what's going on, Wellness Center members? So today I'm coming to you from my basement. I'm going to have a helper with me today. This is Wayne. He is my 1-year-old, 100-pound golden retriever, and we are going to take you through some hip and leg stretches today. So this is more of a follow-up to yesterday's Tabata workout. So if you did yesterday's Tabata workout, chances are you are feeling it in the hips, glutes, quads, hamstrings, hip flexors. So I just want to bring you through a series of stretches that we can do to help loosen up those muscles and hopefully alleviate some of that muscle soreness. So the first stretch that I'm going to start with is going to be a lunge stretch. So for the lunge stretch, I'm going to bring one leg up, 90 degrees roughly. My front foot, that toe is pointing straight forward, just like I had cued you in the video yesterday. We want that toe lining up with our knee. This back leg, my hip is going to be in front of this bottom knee. So I want to bring this knee back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean forward. So this hip is well in front of this knee, and I'm just going to lean forward into this stretch. Now there are some variations that we can do. We can twist to the outside. We can just hold it looking straight forward. We can bring this back leg up and straighten it. We can drop both hands to the inside, or one in, one out. Whatever variation serves you best is what I would go with. But we're just going to hold here for a few more seconds. And then we're going to switch sides. So I'm going to bring that other leg up. I have my toe pointing forward. My knee is behind my hip. I'm going to lean forward into it. This variation, I'm going to drop both hands to the inside here. Okay, next up we're going to get into a pigeon stretch. So for the pigeon stretch, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our hands down almost like in a push-up position. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my right knee up towards my right hand, and my right foot is going to be kind of touching on, oh buddy, he likes the camera, lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Alright, sorry. There we go. So this right knee up by my right hand. My left leg is out straight. And I'm just going to sink into this stretch. So if I can go a little bit lower into this stretch, you're going to feel a little bit deeper in that glute. We're just going to hold here. This is one of the tougher, but I would say better glute stretches that we can do. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. Come up. Bring my left knee up towards my left hand. There we go. Then I'm going to sink into that stretch. And we're just going to hold. All right, let's slide out of that one. Next stretch is going to be a butterfly stretch. So we're going to bring both feet together here. Knees are pointing outward. Take both hands, bring them down by my feet. My elbows are on the inside of my knees. And what I'm going to do with my elbows is just push to the outside. Push my legs to the outside. I should feel a nice stretch in my adductor muscles, so my inner thighs, and also in my hip flexors. just gonna hold. Wayne, come here. He likes to get into things. There's a lot of things to get into down here. All right, we're gonna come out of that stretch, and next one up is going to be, let's do a seated IT band stretch. So what we're gonna do for that, we're gonna stay right here on our butts. We're gonna take both legs out straight. We're gonna cross one in front of the other. So I'm taking my right crossing, so my right knee is up on my chest, and what I'm gonna do, Wayne, get down. Sorry. He's trying to do some parkour on the stairs. Didn't look very safe. And we're gonna pull in. We want to twist and look to the opposite side. That would be fine. And we're gonna go ahead and switch. So let's straighten out that leg. Take the opposite. Bring our knee up towards our chest. And we're gonna pull this in. What I'm gonna do, here's twist. All right, next up, we're gonna come to that. Next up, why don't we do some hip cradles? So for the hip cradles, we're gonna lay down on our back. And what I'm gonna do is I have my feet flat on the floor. Knees are bent. I'm gonna bring my right ankle up on my left knee. So my legs are in this almost like a figure four position. And I'm going to push out my right knee. I'm going to hold this position for a little bit. This is how I like to start my hip cradles. Alright, staying in this position, I'm going to take my right ankle and I'm going to flex it. And I'm going to take my right hand, go in between my legs, and then pull on this knee. If it's easier to go underneath the foot, that's fine. We're just going to pull this in, make sure that right leg stays on that left leg. I'm going to pull this in here. Make sure that we're flexing those ankles inward to help protect the knee. I'm going to hold this. This is my absolute favorite hip stretch. Alright, let's bring it down and switch sides. So left ankle comes up on to my right leg, and I'm going to take my left hand and push out on this knee. Alright, next I'm going to take my left hand, go in between the legs, pull on this knee, take my right hand, kind of interlock my fingers, and then I'm just going to pull and lean back. Flex that left ankle, and we're going to hold. And go ahead, release our hands, bring it all the way down, and reset. Okay, next up, why don't we do some, what I like to call windshield wipers. So we're gonna go back down onto our back. And what I'm gonna do, and we can do this two different ways. I'm gonna have my knees bent, my feet are together, my knees are together, if not pretty close to together. My arms are gonna be out to the sides. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knees, my feet, and I'm going to drop them down to the right. I'm going to take my right hand, and I'm going to press down on top of that left leg. And I'm going to hold this stretch. Now, the other variation that we could do is to go back and forth. or we could bring it to the left, slowly to the right, like I'm gonna do in 3, 2, 1. Buddy, gotta move. Go to the right, to the left, or we could just hold. I'm gonna go back down to the right, and I'm just gonna hold that stretch. Okay, I'm gonna bring my knees up, back to neutral. I'm gonna drop them down to the left side, staying together. I'm take my left hand on top of my right leg, and then I'm gonna look out to the right. I'm gonna bring it back to neutral. All right, let's sit back up. Good. Next up, we're just gonna do a regular hurdler stretch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna straighten out one leg. So my left leg, I'm gonna take my right foot and kind of tuck it into the inside of my left leg. And what I wanna do is I don't wanna just lean forward. I wanna hinge from the hips and hinge forward, keeping my back as flat as possible as I reach into the stretch. I'm gonna try to get down to my foot. I really want to have, so if I have my left leg out, I want my right hand coming over the top. I'm going to feel right and real nice stretch in my right side of my lower back here. Try to keep that leg as straight as possible for this stretch. It doesn't matter if you can only go here. If you can get down to your shoe, do what you can. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So I'm going to straighten up my right leg, tuck my left leg in here, and I'm going to reach towards this right leg. Three, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and sit back up. All right, next stretch is going to be more for the low back than anything. But chances are, if we're feeling tightness, stiffness in our hip area, we're probably feeling it in our lower back as well. So what I want to do is go into what's called a child's pose position. So I have my feet tucked underneath my butt here. And so if you're familiar with yoga poses, you'll be familiar with child's pose. So we're going to go stretch our hands way out long. We're going to have our forehead down on the mat, or down on the floor. And then what I like to do here is I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to bring it all the way out to the right here. And I'm going to tiptoe my fingers on my left hand all the way out to my right. Getting a nice stretch in my left low back. I'm just going to hold this position here. All right, I'm going to switch sides. I'm going to show you one thing real quick. So my knees are pretty far apart, just so I can feel a little bit of a stretch in my inner thigh adductor muscle region. So the wider that I feel my base is, the better stretch that I'm going to get ultimately. So I'm going to bring my left hand out to the left side. I'm going to tiptoe my right fingers all the way out, and I'm going to hold. Five, 4, 3, 2. Good time, buddy. All right. I just want to finish up with a few hamstring and lower back stretches. Now, you might want to grab a towel or a rope. I'm going to be using, I think I'm going to use a jump rope for this one. Yeah, I'm going to use a jump rope for this one. So what I'm going to do, so I would pause the video, go grab something, come back. So what we're going to do is lay down on our back. You going to give me some personal space here, bud? Lay down. Good boy. Alright, so we're going to lay down on our back. I'm going to bring both feet up. I have the rope or whatever we're using around both feet. I'm going to switch that to just one foot. And I'm going to drop one leg down slowly. Both legs being as straight as possible. I'm just going to hold. So, what I also want to do to feel a little bit deeper of a stretch is bring my right toe, so like that's up, and flex it in towards my right shin. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to drop my right leg out to my right side while holding on, controlling with this rope or whatever we happen to be using. Boy, right there, sit. He doesn't know anything about personal space. Alright, and then we're going to take this right leg and we're going to drop it all the way over to our left side. We don't need the rope for this anymore. And I'm going to take my left hand and push on the outside of this right leg. I'm going to take my head and I'm going to look towards the right as well. Right here. Sit. Sit. Good. Lay down. Come on. We're holding yet. This is also one of my favorite stretches. Alright, we're going to come out of that, we're going to switch sides. So, I'm going to bring this rope, towel, or whatever we happen to be using on the bottom side of my left foot. I'm going to drop the right leg down, and we're going to hold this hamstring stretch here. That's nice, Wayne. Alright, let's drop that left leg out to the left side, controlling with that rope or whatever we happen to be using. And we're going to bring our leg all the way over to our right side. And we're going to hold this stretch here. So I'm looking to my left leg is over my right side. If there's a slight bend in your knee here, that's fine. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Awesome. So those are the stretches I have for you today. Yeah. Wayne says hi. Everybody, wash your hands, stay hydrated, and have a good day.